His guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Travis escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Travis eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The rookie from Florida State on target with that throw. His guys have a 1st down.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
2nd and 9. Hall again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. And a loose football. But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Travis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Travis. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Travis. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Now 2nd and 9. On play action, here's Williams. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air on third down is Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Finds Kmet on the quick slant. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Travis. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll give to Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Here's Hall again. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Williams. They'll roll him out right. Allen's got it complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Travis. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Down the numbers. There he goes. DeAndre Swift. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 20. 61 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He finds his target, Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Keenan Allen, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Williams. And again back to Kmet. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Swift will take it in. Touchdown Bears.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Travis escaping the pressure right. That is caught. On the move past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 41 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Travis eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Swift going to try up the middle. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Flush to his right. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be ready for that. That time they weren't. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he'll be out of bounds as he does pick up a first down here with exactly a half a minute to go. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Williams going to look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.